What's up, you guys? You guys are with Film Reviewer 952, and I figured to give you guys like a special treat because since I haven't watched a new movie, or because I won't be able to watch a new movie till the summer comes out because there's none that I really want to see, and I'm saving my movies I'm watching now for a bigger one which I'm going to do later. But so I want to give you guys a treat and show you my bottom section of my movie case. So we'll start with that in a second. Alright, you guys, so pretty much I'm going to be only reviewing these movies right here and this little guy right up here, and pretty much, since I want to try to get this underneath a 5-minute basis, I'm just going to pretty much tell you who directed each movie and what else they've directed and why I like this movie. So pretty much, let's get started here. So I'm going to start off with the 4-Blade Collection. This is a 4 double feature, and it has the first Blade, which is directed by Stephen Norrington, who also did League of Extraordinary Gentlemen with Sean Connery. Blade 2, directed by Guillermo del Toro, who also did Hellboy, Hellboy Part 2, and Pan's Labyrinth, and a bunch of other films. Blade Trinity at the bottom is considered one of the worst of the Blades, and this Blade Trinity is directed by David S. Goyer, who also did The Invisible and has also wrote the Dark Knight series. And to tell you the truth, this little Blade, I think it was like a TV movie. This was not like it wasn't even like Wesley Snipes' Blade. It was totally somebody else that was totally different, and that was not cool. I like these because it was, I want to say, but I'm not certain. I don't know. Comment me if I'm wrong. But I believe this was probably one of the first, like I said, one of, not the, but one of like the first comic book R-rated adaptations to come out. I don't know. I mean, the first Blade came out, I want to say, like 1900s. Moving on. Alright, having a little trouble getting this guy out. Alright. Another one. Training Day, directed by Antoine Fuqua, who also did King Arthur, Shooter, and Brooklyn's Finest. This has Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke, and I like this movie because Denzel Washington totally does a great bad guy in this one. He just totally owns it, and I really like this movie, so I kept it. Now, I own Transporter 1 and 2. I believe that these two are the best of the 3-part series. This one is directed by Corey Yuen, who I have not looked up, and I do not believe he has, I don't know, I don't want to say done anything else, because like I said, I haven't looked up him to comment me if I'm wrong, but this one is by Corey Yuen. And the second one is directed by Lotus Lydier, who also did The Incredible Hulk and Clash of the Titans. And this one was actually written by Luke Benson, who also wrote and directed Leon the Professional. And he also wrote the film Taken with Liam Neeson. So I like these because these are great fighting movies, and I love Jason Statham. Love that guy. I believe he is one of the best British actors I know. Now, Wolverine. X-Men Origins Wolverine, directed by Gavin Hood, who I do not believe has done anything else, but will probably do something in the future. This is where Ryan Reynolds makes his debut as Deadpool, and this is pretty much just a prequel before the original X-Men going through Wolverine's life. I like this one because it was very unique. I felt it was definitely very good. Now, Hellboy, directed by Guillermo del Toro, who did Pan's Labyrinth, who did the second Blade, and who did Hellboy 2. This guy is Ron Perlman, the Hellboy. I love him on Sons of Anarchy, and I felt that this movie was good because it was just, I don't know, just good, just different. Because I mean, yeah, it was a comic book, and now it's one of the most exciting action. I don't know, but yeah. So I got that one. I don't know why it's on the bottom, but this is one of my favorite series that I own. Movie trilogies, I'm sorry, that I own. So I own the First Bourne Identity, directed by Doug Liman, who also did Jumper and Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And this one, I believe, is the best out of the Bourne series. I don't care what anybody says. I believe that the first one is way better. Not way better, but definitely better than Bourne Ultimatum. This one is very well. Bourne Supremacy. And Bourne Supremacy and Bourne Ultimatum is directed by Paul Greengrass, who also did The Green Zone and United 93. I believe that this one has the most story, this one has the most action, this one clears stuff up, but this one is better, well said. I think that makes sense. And I actually want to show you guys something else too. When I bought this at Costco, I thought it felt a little bit bigger. So when I bought that, I found something very special inside. Now when I found this, my mom put it inside of a frame, and I have it up ever since. Now, I don't know if you guys understand what this is, but this in the middle is a piece of the frame. They use the word Senti-type in this. I don't know if you guys can read that or anything, but it says that this is a Bourne Ultimatum Senti-type, which means that this is a piece of the film that they actually used in the movie. Now, the big screen is what it is on the little screen, but that's pretty much what it is. And so I got that inside of the Bourne Ultimatum disc, which was very special to me, seeing how Bourne Ultimatum made the most and was the most rated. A guy getting an 8.2 on IMDb and it making $472 million in the box office. Now, this one, Man on Fire. This one is directed by, I don't think he's very well known, but I think most of you guys have seen most of his movies. This one is directed by Tony Scott, who did Crimson Tide, Deja Vu, Days of Thunder, who did Unstoppable. And he did a lot. And his brother is Ridley Scott, who, God, I don't even want to get into him yet, unless if I bring up to one of his movies, what I am sure that I own probably one of his movies. Yeah, I do. This one is another good one by Denzel Washington. Tony Scott and Denzel Washington have done 5 movies together. 5 or 4, it's one of those. But I believe this is one of the best Tony Scott's work. This one is a very well done. Very well done. Alright. The first... what is the date on here? 1989? I don't know. But this is the first Batman with Michael Keaton. No. Yeah. Michael Keaton, I think. Michael Keaton and Jack Nicklaus, directed by Tim Burton, who also did Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhand, and Alice in Wonderland. And this is considered today to be one of the best Batman movies, because it's the original one. And I like this one because, like I said, it was the original one. Now, Speed, a classic. This is a classic. This is, I believe, where Keanu Reeves made his debut, or just got him bumped up in stardom. But this definitely helped up his career. This one's directed by Jane Dubont, who also did Twister with Bill Paxton. And this one is a good classic. I haven't watched this one in a while, but I have watched this before, and I did like it. So took it from my mom's drawer, because I took a couple movies that my mom owns, but I really highly doubt that she cares. But I have this one. I like it. It's not one of my favorite action movies, but it like I said, it is a classic. Now, The Sixth Sense, directed by M. Night Shyamalan, who everybody should know. M. Night Shyamalan directed this one, which pretty much just set off M. Night Shyamalan's career. This was just a blockbuster, $672 million at the box office, and it has, I think, a high 7 or a mid 8.0 on IMDb. But this one is one of the most intense. This one is known to be one of the most scariest, intense thrillers of all time. Even to this day, this is considered an instant classic not in the horror genre. I believe that like there are many other films belonged in there, like the 1973 Exorcist and the 1960 Psycho. But this one is definitely a classic by M. Night Shyamalan, who kind of ruined his career with Last Airbender. And yeah. Now, second to last film, I want to go with The Usual Suspects, getting an 8.7 on IMDb, being directed by Bryan Singer, who also did the first two X-Men, and he did Valkyrie, and is now doing Excalibur. This one, I believe, is one of the best my favorite Mindbenders. This one is portrayed very well, and it is well written, well played. Kevin Spacey, I believe, won a best Oscar for Best Supporting Actress, or yeah, Best Supporting Actor, 1995. Kevin Spacey says, sorry, all right there. It says that like little tiny thing right there, and I believe this is amazing. Now, last movie, and then you guys are done because we've been at this for about 11 minutes so far. The Invisible, with Justin Chatwin, who kind of ruined it in Dragon Ball Evolution, getting a 3.2 on IMDb. The Invisible is being directed by David S. Goyer, who also did Blade Trinity, and who, I think these two were the only two films that David S. Goyer directed. Comment me if I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong on this one. But, this one is, not the best, but it's a good movie to watch. This one's your decent kind of ghost story, and it's kind of, say, you can hold off on it. Maybe when you got like an extra bucks and just need to spend money. Yeah, I'd say this is a good, decent movie to watch. Alright, you guys. Well, you just spent 12 minutes viewing 15 movies in just about 12 minutes. So, I'm going to leave you guys to that. This is Film Reviewer 952, and you've been updated.